All right, now maybe we will be working on YouTube. Let's see. There we go. All right, second attempt at this now. First attempt went pretty shoddy, but it seems like we're good to go. There we go, live on your channel, perfect. Lots of things to kind of discuss today. What is up, everybody? I'm going to let everybody file in here. Some things have changed. These are just my notes that are on the screen from this morning's video still. Haven't updated them there. Have updated everything on Patreon, and I do want to. I'm going to only be on until probably 6:15, 45-minute stream, because there is something on Patreon that I have to do, and I also have to update the tiers. What's going on, Michael? How you doing? So I also have to update the tiers. That will happen on Patreon at like 6:15. There's a couple of players that I want to move around based on the news that we've gotten really in the last hour and a half or so. Damn, I'm starving, but let's get through this. Going to post. What's up, Sal? What's going on, Blacklight Kisser? If anybody has access to be able to post this link, what's going on, Peter? Post this link of the live stream if you're on a computer to Twitter and tag me, and I'll retweet it. That'd be great. So I don't have to kind of go off screen right now. But yeah, what's going on, Scott? Lots of things right now happening in terms of news with players, potential playing time coming out, becoming more and more clear as lock approaches. Now, all that's not going to come out. You're going to have to take some risks, but we're getting more and more playing time. The big one is we're trying to see what the Patriots are doing, at least in my opinion. We kind of have already seen what the Ravens are going to do. They've said what they want to do. The Panthers have said what they want to do. The Packers, we want to see if Rodgers is playing, but for us, none of that really matters too much. The Packers seem to have been saying that right now Jamal Williams is questionable. Still questionable, been questionable, not sure if he plays. And Aaron Jones came back from this hamstring injury, practicing fine, but who knows if he plays. And if he plays, I'm not expecting much there. So once we get full word on those injuries, and they're not going to happen until about 8 p.m. in terms of the game starting. So the Packers running backs have kind of moved up my overall interests. Trey Carson, Dexter Williams, that's really it. And they're kind of interchangeable. Dexter Williams got a lot of run the first week, but he's kind of in the doghouse a little bit in practice. Matt LaFleur, the head coach, did not like some of the things that he was doing in terms of just being not prepared. So that can be somewhere where he kind of gets jumped by a Trey Carson today. So that's something I'm looking at. And then, yeah, I'm trying to look at engage in on what the Patriots are going to do. Damian Harris becomes another great play if indeed all those running backs are out once again. We saw him play 3 quarters last time. Jonathan says best tight end for tonight. The Eagles tight ends are going to be in really good situations. I mean, you have so many injuries there. They're now 3 tight ends injured. If Perkins also misses, I don't know how anybody else other than Will Tye sees the field. He played a ton of snaps last week. Perkins, I believe, or was it Tye? I believe Tye was actually in the slot on a good amount of those. But yeah, he had 3 catches for like 30-something yards, and he was on the field for like 30-something snaps. Stanley McEwen, thank you for becoming a YouTube sub. Appreciate that. So what's going on? Yeah, let's get everybody in here. If somebody can tweet me that link on Twitter, I greatly appreciate that. I'll just shoot it with a retweet. So maybe somebody already has. That'd be great. Nobody has yet. Cool. I'll just keep an eye on that. So yeah, everybody hop on in here. There's 26 of you in here right now. Let me know any of your questions. Really, this is going to be a Q&A type show. 28 in here now. I have Mike Glennon at QB. You think Brady will start? I'm not sure if Brady starts. Honestly, I don't have much interest in Mike Glennon today. My biggest interest, and I had interest in him last week, my biggest interests are going to be Dwayne Haskins, and this is really no ranking order. Dwayne Haskins, I do like, so they came out and said Lamar Jackson, the offense is going to play the same as it has been playing. So my interest in Lamar Jackson has dropped. He's been playing like 3 series. So if Lamar Jackson, 2 to 3 series, if that's what it's going to be, well, then you're going to have Trace McSorley. Robert Griffin III is done. He's not playing for the preseason. And Joe Callahan. Last week, Callahan didn't really do much at all. I don't even know if he took the field. Trace McSorley, Penn Stater, shout out Penn State, seems like he's going to be in line for at least 2 quarters of play here today, potentially even 3. So Trace McSorley as a guy with opportunity stands out. Matt Ryan and Dwayne Haskins still stand out. Ryan Finley for the Bengals. Those are the quarterbacks that stand out the most. If Josh Rosen actually ends up starting for Miami, not going to have much interest in Rosen, not nearly as much against the starting Jacksonville unit. So that's where my interests are right now. I don't know what Brady's going to be doing today, and I don't know what Atlanta's going to be doing. Do I think Atlanta should play their starters for 31 snaps again? No, not at all. I do not. Are Bengals playing starters for the first half? Yeah, it seems like the Bengals are going to play their starters for about 1.5 to 2 quarters. So Joe Mixon and Giovanni Bernard are going to be splitting up the first, whatever it might be, like 20 snaps, if that's what it's going to be for the first 1.5 to 2 quarters. So they're going to be splitting up like 20 snaps or so. And yeah, it's not enough for me to get interested. Can they score goal line touchdowns? Yeah, but so can almost every other running back on the slate, if that's going to be your argument. They're great info, Sal. Any cash games? Yeah, I mean, cash games. What do you mean for cash games? Cash game wide receivers, he says. Yeah, Jacoby Myers. So Jacoby Myers stands out as the obvious cash game and maybe even tournament wide receiver. Been dominating for the Patriots, will continue to stay on the field. He was on the field for 78% of the snaps last week. That's just ridiculous. I don't know how that changes. I don't know how you get away from that. Other cash game guys are Preston Williams from Miami, been an absolute stud in camp, been good in the preseason. Does not look like he did good last week, but he had probably the best catch that you might see all season long, called back because he barely stepped out of bounds. I don't know if you saw the highlight, pretty much on the sideline, jumped up, bobbled it, fell the other way around, and caught it in the end zone. But he barely stepped out of bounds before he did that and didn't establish himself inbound. So Preston Williams, J.J. Arcega-White, or J.J. Arcega, is that his name? Did I get that right? Whiteside, yeah. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, he had like 7 targets last week. You can see right here in the notes, 44% of the snaps. And now Philadelphia has Josh McCown. Not sure if he's starting. We're not sure if he's going to play enough, but that at least gives you a better overall quarterback to kind of pair with some of these big wide receivers in Philly. How about QB Jones, says David. What's going on, David? Yeah, so QB Jones, Daniel Jones is probably like my 5th interest in terms of quarterbacks today. I just want guys that are going to guaranteed to play 2 to 2.5 quarters. And right now, the Giants are still making a decision on their 3rd string quarterback. So there's 4 quarterbacks that are going to play today for the Giants. Eli, Daniel Jones, Kyle Loretta, and then, Alex Tanney or whoever the 4th one is. If we go to it real quick. Yeah, Alex Tanney. So they have 4 quarterbacks right now, and they can only take 3. And those 4 quarterbacks have all been playing well in the preseason. All 4 of them, even Eli. So they've all been playing well in the preseason. They're going to continue to give Alex Tanney, Kyle Loretta, like a 1.5 to 2 quarters combined, which just doesn't leave much run for Daniel Jones. Jones probably sees first half run of a quarter to like a 1.5 at most, and that's against a better defense when you have guys like probably Haskins playing 2+ quarters, Ryan Finley playing 2 quarters, Trace McSorley potentially playing 3 quarters today. So, yeah. Play Ravens defense, says Matt Woods. Who asked about the defense? Best defense, Jeffrey Henry. Yeah, the Ravens stand out as a pretty good one. They're going to be a one that I get to just because, look, Carson Wentz isn't playing. Josh McCown hasn't been playing in a while, even if he plays today. And then you get a bunch of dumpster fire quarterbacks after that, whether Kessler is healthy or not, and then Clayton Thorson, right? So the Ravens defense seems like the chalky play, seems like the right play. Their starters, if they're going to be out there, the defensive starters will be out there a little bit longer than the offense, so probably 1.5 out of the defensive Ravens starters, and you can't pass that up against what's going to automatically come in as a 2nd or 3rd string quarterback for Philadelphia today to start the game. What else? Where's the questions? Where's everybody at? What do we got? How many people in here? 54 people. Hey, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button. We'll be here for another 40 minutes or so. So ask the questions. My favorite defense is the Pats defense. Fitz or Rosen, who would you rather have in a lineup, says Trevor Sherman. I would rather have neither, but if you're going to get someone, it's whoever's not starting. There's murmurs that Rosen might be starting. If he's starting, there's no way I'm playing Josh Rosen. I just don't want who's starting. I don't want that starting quarterback, either whether it's Fitz or Rosen, against Jacksonville's starting defense. And they're also not going to play nearly as much. So whoever's not starting. If Rosen's coming in second, I'd rather Rosen if you make me pick one. Probably don't want either of them, though. And then if Rosen's starting, I don't want any Rosen. And then I don't want Fitzpatrick. Tyler Tinsley hits me with the subscribe. Thank you so much, Tyler Tinsley. Somebody else did too, I think. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that. We're about to hit 6,400 subscribers. Want to get to 7,000 in the next 8 days. Might be tough, but I think we can do it with the football slate. Scarlett or Holyfield in a GPP, or is neither the right choice? I'd go Holyfield, but neither is the right choice. I think you're hoping for like 6 touches there, where there's guys, at least 4 to 5 guys on the slate if we go to running backs, who are going to see around 10 touches today, I would imagine. Also, a guy who I had a lot of hype in on Cincinnati, Jordan Ellis today. He was probably the best running back on the slate in terms of just overall touches. Not as good of a play today now that you get Mixon and Gio probably playing combined the entire first half, and some guys seem like they might be coming back from injuries. So Jordan Ellis, in terms of second half run, yeah, that's still great, but there might not be as much work for him back there. I think Williams is still going to miss, if I'm right, Travion Williams. So I have interest in him, just nearly not as much. Right now, the running back position, it's very interesting because usually on most slates, there's 2 to 3 running backs that stand out, right? A Devin Singletary, a David Montgomery. Damian Harris stood out last time, a little bit this time, but we don't know about the injuries yet. For the Patriots, none are really standing out. Now, if all those guys are out again, Damian Harris stands out. But there's so many Giants running backs. 3 of them saw 30+% of the snaps last week. I probably lean away from John Hilliman just because he saw the most touches. Doesn't mean that's going to continue. They all saw a very similar snap load. I like Rod Smith the most out of the Giants running backs. Probably comes in second after Paul Perkins. Perkins is fine as well. Cincinnati, terrible run defense last year. Didn't do much to improve it this year. Would you draft Zeke in season long? Zeason, I said. Yes, Zeke would be my number 1 overall running back if he is indeed going to accept this contract that they just sent to him. And yes, he should accept that contract. I think he should get paid as much as he wants and hold out, because he should hold out. He's getting banged up nonstop, has one of the biggest workloads, if not the biggest, in all of football. But accept that goddamn contract now. You got the second highest ever. Just accept it. And then, yeah, he's my favorite overall running back for season long. Miami defense versus Jacksonville. Yeah, Miami's defense is also fine. So somebody actually got into my DMs earlier. I said Miami's defense was probably like my 4th, maybe 5th most interesting. But the Ravens are probably going to play their starters on defense a quarter and a half to 2 quarters. And I just love that overall offensive starting defense for the Ravens against all these backup quarterbacks and 3rd and 4th stringers in Philly. Missed the tight end, says Brian Paris. No, we haven't talked about tight end yet. Well, actually, I guess we did a little bit. The Philadelphia Eagles tight ends, there's so many injuries right there. You're not going to get Ertz. You're not going to get Goddard. I believe there's another injury as well in Philly. Yeah, Richard Rodgers, the former Packer. You're not getting their top 3 tight ends now. So last week you had Joshua Perkins getting a lot of run. You had Will Tye playing 50% of the snaps last week. Went 3 for 34 in terms of receptions. And now you also have Joshua Perkins, the guy who also was on the field a lot for the Phillies at tight end last week. He's questionable. So Will Tye seems like a guy who seems like a really good tight end play today. Robert Tonyan for the Packers. I am a Packers fan. He's been getting on the field more and more. 5 targets last week. And then after that, it's just a bunch of toss-ups between a Jason Van Loan and his 3 targets last week, a Nick Boyle who's getting on the field for a lot of snaps. But really a Will Tye, a Joshua Perkins, and not a Richard Rodgers, a Robert Tonyan are the main guys, I would say. Miami defense versus Jackson. Okay, so if Brady starts, Hoyer will play after. So Stidman not good, Michael Urick says. Stidman is still okay. If Brady starts, Stidman's going to get reduced to like a quarter and a half. And Brady, you don't know how much Brady plays either. So Brady could play a quarter, he could play a quarter and a half, he could play 1 drive. So that's the worrisome. We're not going to get that news unless they tell us that he's not playing. If Brady's not playing, then yeah, Stidham's going to jump up to like a top 3 quarterback play, because once again, he'll get 2.5 quarters at the back end of the game. Tyler Tinsey says, thanks for the content. Thank you. I appreciate you tuning in. Okay, I may be late, but what about Preston Williams? Yeah, Sean, we haven't really definitely talked about him, but he's probably a top 3 to 4 wide receiver tonight. You got a stacked wide receiver group and not a stacked running back group in terms of who stands out for the first time. Jacoby Myers, Preston Williams, JJ Arcega-Whiteside, and also Miles Boykin all stand out to me at wide receiver. And you have some secondary options, Jake Kumerow, some other guys. So yeah. Yo, Sal, thanks for the live streams, dude. No problem. McCaffrey, too cute. McCaffrey tonight? Christian McCaffrey's not going to play tonight. There's no way they suit that guy up. So yeah, he's too cute. He's not playing tonight. You're a beast, man. Been with you for a while and got my friends watching you too now. Let's keep it up. Thank you, Trevor Sherman. Yeah, I'm doing this full time as of right now, hoping that it can sustain me through the NFL season. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by November. That's the goal. We're going to probably get to 7,000 early September. The goal is football season, a lot of growth, hopefully 10,000 by sometime early November. So tell your friends, tell your brother, your sister, your cousin to hit that subscribe button. Now, I want real subscribers. I want people who actually tune in. What about Josh Jacobs tonight? Yeah, Raven Boy, Josh Jacobs probably not going to play. If he plays, 1 to 2 possessions. So no interest in Josh Jacobs. Can he rush the ball 5 times for 30 yards and a touchdown? Yeah, but again, so can every other running back on this slate, if that's going to be your argument. You want overall opportunity. Josh Jacobs is not going to play that much tonight, if at all. Might have missed this already, but how much run are the Falcons starters getting? Yeah, muscles and glasses. We don't know. They haven't said anything about Falcons, at least that I've seen. So I went live 20 minutes ago, is it now? Yeah, 13 minutes ago I went live. There's 70 of you in here? Oh my God, yo. But yeah, if somebody... Good work, bro. Narrow the wide receiver. No, I already narrowed the wide receiver on Patreon. Patreon, there's only 7 or 8 wide receivers I have interest in today ranked. But these are just my same picks from this morning. If somebody can shoot me the Twitter link to this live stream so I could retweet it, somebody just tweet me at SalVetriDFS with just copy and paste the link if you can, just so I don't have to go off the screen and whatever else. Cool. Might have missed this. So the Falcons, I don't know what the Falcons starters are doing. Still don't know what the Patriots starters are doing. We'll probably get a good indication of what the Patriots are doing if Brady starts or not. You'll probably get a minimum of 1 quarter out of the starters. But again, most of the wide receivers won't play much. It's a matter of just the running backs and Brady. Falcons, they played 31 snaps last week on offense. I imagine they play that again, but you don't know. Maybe they just used last week as their dress rehearsal. You don't really need 2 of those. So I'm not too bullish on the Falcons today. Corey B sends me the link to the live stream. I appreciate that. Let me, so it says you sent it to me, but it's not popping up. Maybe it's loading. I don't know. Not popping up, so that's not good. All right. What's up, Sal? Good concept, bro. Thanks. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate it. Good work, bro. Narrow the wide receiver. What are the 2 starters you would play tonight? Sean Claus, 2 starters from where? What are you talking about? I like Justin Hills. He is so shifty. Yeah, Justice Hill is going to be a good running back tonight too. He's one of like the 7 or 8. It was like 8 or 9 guys I might have ranked in tiers on Patreon. He's one of them. Any info on field condition in Winnipeg? No idea. I'll be completely honest. I don't even know who the hell is playing in Winnipeg today. Is it my Packers? I saw something about Rodgers being in Canada. I saw that little GIF, but no idea. No idea on field condition. No idea where anybody's even playing today. I have no idea who's at home and who's away for these games. Could not honestly care less. Baseball, yeah, you care. There's a park factor. For these games, no real clue. Okay, so I still don't have the link. I guess I'll just post it myself. I saw Corey B try to send it to me in a DM. If somebody can just tweet it, like literally just tweet it on Twitter and at me, I'll give you like 1 or 2 minutes because we'll be on here for another 33 minutes and then I'm just, if nobody does it. There we go. Apollo, YouTube, preseason live before lock. There we go. Link below. Get in. Bang. Can we get to 100 again? What are we at? 68. Oh, that's weak. Cool. Corey sent me the link again. Thank you, Corey. Yeah, I don't know why your link's not popping through. I don't know if I have some kind of setting on that I can't get links. All right, cool. Are you still high on Renfro? No, not tonight. It seems like the Raiders, I'm high on him for the regular season, 100%. He's going to be a guy who you need to draft later in drafts. But tonight, he plays at most a quarter, and there's going to be too many wide receivers playing worse defenses and worse defenders for 2 to 3 quarters tonight. So I think Hunter Renfro sees maybe 3-4 targets, but again, I think there's going to be a lot more guys who see 5, 6, 7, 8 against much worse defenders. So not high on Renfro. He's sort of like a middling player to me today. I heard Oakland was concerned about the field. Okay, yeah, I didn't read any reports on the field conditions. That's concerning. I already know they're not going to be playing most of their starters, if any, though. A starting lineup in the regular season, if any. Sean Claus says a starting lineup. What does that mean? A starting lineup in the regular season, if any. What 2 guys would I play from a starting lineup tonight? Not much. Probably like the Panthers guys. They're going to play a quarter, maybe a little bit more. So like a Curtis Samuel can break off a huge play, but you're floating with a big play there. You're not floating, or you're banking on a big play. You're not banking on opportunities there. Are you still high on Ellis tonight? No, I'm not, Trevor Sherman. Not as high. He was going to be like the best running back on the slate until they said that Mixon and Gio were going to play like the whole first half. So still going to be an okay play, but not going to have nearly as much snaps tonight as he did in the last game. Does Damian Harris get a lot of work tonight, Raven Boy? We don't know yet. We have to see what if somebody's keeping track of the injury news and updates. We have to see what the Patriots do. If the Patriots don't play Sony Michel, Burkhead, James White again, then yes, Damian Harris becomes a very good play. Once again, man touched the ball 18 times and played 3 quarters last time. McCown, question mark. Yeah, I don't know what McCown's doing. I don't know if they're going to play McCown. I don't have interest in him. There's much better quarterbacks and much better spots in terms of solid opportunity today. Gotcha. Thanks, bro. No problem. Third wide receiver interest behind Williams and Myers. JJ Arcega-Whiteside for the Philly. You have Miles Boykin for the Ravens. Or not Miles Boykin for the Ravens. You have Arcega-Whiteside. You have, Miles Boykin's for the Ravens. I don't know why I thought I was wrong there for some reason. So those are the main ones. I still think Darvin Kinsey Jr. is very interesting. He had 49% of the snaps last week, but didn't produce too much. Auden Tate for the Bengals is also a very good wide receiver. Damian Willis also for the Bengals has been seeing more and more snaps. Do not get tricked into TJ Jones. Do not get tricked into Benny Fowler Jr. Both of those players have only seen 20% of the snaps their first 2 weeks. 20% of the snaps to have a touchdown each week and that many targets and stuff is not as sustainable as it seems. Now, maybe they're being singled out, which can be the case, but 20% of the snaps and only a couple of targets a week landing in touchdowns is not sustainable. Edward Rue says, here is an honest review. Man, I love your content. I really wish you did ownership projections for NBA and WNBA and regular season NFL. I need those to differentiate myself from the field. So to be honest with you, I'm potentially working out a sponsorship deal with a very top-of-the-line ownership provider that I trust. And I wouldn't be able to put them on screen. But in terms of Patreon, I'd be able to single out 1 or 2 guys. But Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know how to do ownership projections. I have no fucking clue. I don't know how to do a tagging system for all social medias and every single podcast that comes out. No clue at all. So I have no idea how to. I would if I could. But those ownership projections that I'm trying to work out potentially in the next day or two we can say the name once they're done. I don't know if I can't say it. I don't know. But once it's live, we'll be able to talk about it more. Not every single player, but I can point out some things in videos and definitely on Patreon more so. Harmon says William Flowers. Yeah, Harmon saw 70% of the snaps last week, so he's interesting in that perspective. He had 2 targets, didn't do anything with them. I'd rather Kinsey Jr., who seems like just an overall better player, but less snaps, but just more talent, probably can do more with it. Miles Sanders, no shot. I don't want to play any single one of these Philly running backs. They're all going to see like 4 to 5 carries tonight, so I don't want to touch that. I have no interest in any of the Philly running backs tonight. Miles Sanders, I think, I'm a Penn Stater. He's great overall, but I don't think I'm as high on Miles Sanders as everybody else. Like, he's looked good, but they have 4 or 5 guys back there. You don't sign Darren Sproles for nothing. Josh Adams, they're so high on. They still have Jordan Howard they brought in. Like, where do you think Miles Sanders is going to break free? Being the Eagles' number 1 running back means absolutely nothing to me. It means you're going to get 12 carries, and everybody else is going to get 6. So what does that do for you in the regular season? Nothing, in my opinion. Can you give top running back interest tonight? They're on Patreon in terms of rankings, but there's no overall best standout running backs tonight. There are some wide receivers, no standout running backs that break away from the field. There's a lot, like a Damian Harris, depending on news. Ellis has dropped now since Cincinnati's going to play their first half. There's 3 Giants running backs that are still in my list here that are still going to be viable, but there's none that really stand out. I like Rod Smith, but that's just me liking him to get away from ownership on Hilliman, who I think is going to be over-owned, even though he had less snaps than Perkins and Smith last week. Geis doesn't seem like he's going to play, I don't think. I saw some sort of update. Justice Hill won't have as many touches, but he's a very electric back who can break one off. Running back's very weak tonight. I prefer going to the wide receiver in the flex. Ryan/Hooper stack says Cody Perkins. I'm probably not going to get there. I don't know what Matt Ryan's playing today. They're not telling us. So I'd rather go with the quarterbacks that I can trust to get me 2 to 3 quarters tonight, rather than some of these guys who are going to go out there and only get maybe even 1 to 2 drives like the Atlanta guys. Can the Atlanta guys play a whole first half? Yeah, they can, but I don't really like that too much. All right, so Sony Michel, James White, and Rex Burkhead are all warming up on the field with a group of over 30 players. So keep an eye on that. If any of those guys, if they're all active, Damian Harris goes into the shitter. If 2 of them are active, Damian Harris goes into the shitter. 1, he's still viable, but yeah, the running back position is about to get really thin tonight due to the Ellis news for the Bengals with their starters happening and now all these Patriots warming up. It's a crapshoot. I'd rather go 3 wide receivers in terms of a flex. Or I guess 4 wide receivers. You're the man, Sal. No, you're the man, Jeffrey. Tyler Boyd, will they risk him? No, they're not. Boyd's not going to play much at all, if at all. Maybe off topic, but do you grade mock draft per DM on Twitter? Do I grade mock drafts? No, not really, no. Any thoughts on Djax playing tonight? No interest. What's 1 lock running back and 1 wide receiver tight end lock? I'm not going to just give you a lock for every single position. What do you want me to do? Give you my lineup? So you can go to Patreon to see my tiers, and I'll talk highly about each position, but I'm not going to tell you this is the running back, wide receiver, tight end you have to play, because I'm not giving out cores. I'm not some corny ball. Corny ball. There you go. Put that on a t-shirt. Harmon got called on 2 PIs. He could have gone off. I didn't know that, so that's good to know. Dolphins in the captain spot tonight. You're playing showdown. Do not play showdown. Ingram starting. Any interest? Evan Ingram starting. Slight interest, just because the tight end position is so weak. So yeah, some interest, not much. Got 100 watching. We do? 101. What's going on? Everybody better be subscribed to this channel, because we're trying to push through 6,400. Hit that little red button if you can. I will say that Super Chat is enabled on this, so there's a $sign. You can donate to the stream if you do wish to do so. So yeah. What else? LOL, I get it. That's the only reason I haven't bought the Patreon package. However, I can donate a few dollars to keep you running because the content is great. Thanks, Edward. I appreciate that. I wasn't talking... Oh, you were talking about the ownership thing. Yeah, I honestly have no fucking clue how to project ownership, so I don't want to just act like I'm projecting it. Sometimes I pull real ownership numbers that I use from sites that allow me to do that I've talked to people from and allow me to do that from their site. And hopefully that's what we'll be able to do with this partnership for the NFL season. Hopefully it's worked out in the next day or 2. We had a conversation today. We'll talk about it. Is Balaj viable tonight? I don't want Balaj. Any prize picks? No, I personally do not like... personally don't do prize picks. It's not legal in my state, and I have not had a good interaction with them personally. You know it, says Brian. What's up, Sal? What's going on? Not giving a lineup. LOL, that's not giving a lineup. The man wants my lock, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end, but that's not giving a lineup. I mean, it's not giving the whole lineup, but yikes. It is in the preseason, JS says. What does that mean? So who's the quarterbacks tonight? A couple guys that stand out: Ryan Finley, Trace McSorley, and Dwayne Haskins. Maybe George is a new subscriber. Thank you, George. Bonifon is a very high risk, potentially high reward guy. He should see another 4 or 5 targets. He's getting a lot of run in the second half, but he's primarily a guy who's going to be used in the receiving game, which can be somewhat variant depending on the quarterback that's out there with him. So, oh my God, making ice in there. It scared the shit out of me. Thanks for the content, my dude. No problem. Any thoughts on Ryan Hopper stack? Oh, Ryan Hooper. Yeah, no, Cody Perkins, I don't want it because I'm personally not going to be playing much of the Falcons, if any, because I don't know what they're doing. We know what a lot of other teams are doing. I'd rather not take the risk on them. Can they play a whole first half and just break the slate? Yeah, but there's also a really good chance that since they did that last week and they've been getting some joint practices that they don't play any of the starters for more than a drive or two, and now you're sitting there shit out of luck. Any news on Darius Geis? I saw a news update earlier on my phone about Geis. Okay, I'm getting some news about beat reporters, about the Patriots. So I saw news earlier. I think it came in, and let's just do this right now. Let's do this live. Why not? Let's go to... So there's no news here on Geis. Let's see. I got an update, and I have like notifications on for a couple of players. He is expected to play tonight. I'm not expecting much. So he's expected to play. I'm not expecting much out of a guy who is going to be in his first real game action. They're not going to push him, I wouldn't imagine. How's Glennon tonight? Glennon's like my 5th or 6th interest at quarterback. I want that on a shirt. I forgot what I said already. Sal, do you go Accutane channel growing and skin clearing? Congrats. Haha. What do you mean, JS? I went on Accutane. I was on Accutane for like 5 months, I think it was. But I guess it's called like Clarivis or something now because they don't title it Accutane. I guess it's out of business. But Accutane cleared up. I had acne in like high school, and then it didn't really affect me all of college until for like a quick 3 months out of nowhere. So I was like, I try to do all the remedies, still work out, eat a lot, sleep, all that. Usually that's what would fix it if I ever had a flare-up. Didn't work, so I went on Accutane, worked a lot. Geis is playing. Yeah, he's not playing much. Stidham a play, bro. He's a play, but we have to see the news on Brady. Stidham right now with no news on Brady and him potentially playing. If Brady plays, Stidham's like a 5th interest of mine. If no Brady, he'll be a top 3. What about the Eagles and Ravens tonight? Do you like anyone from there? I like the Eagles, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. The Ravens, I like Miles Boykin. I like the running back out there, Justice Hill, a little bit. And I do like Trace McSorley a lot. Jersey just subscribed. Thank you, Jersey. I don't know who that is, but thank you. I have a draft tonight, 10th pick. Should I go double wide receiver or should I get at least one running back? Jeffrey Henry, you should get Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb would be a top 3 running back, a top 4 running back in my opinion, ahead of Alvin Kamara, in my opinion, if Kareem Hunt wasn't coming back week 9 or 10. Now that Nick Chubb's going to get passing work, I like Nick Chubb a lot this year. The fact that he'll have 9 weeks to kind of solidify himself as the number 1 running back, I think in that time he can just make Kareem Hunt an afterthought. Newton going to put up points tonight? Yeah, Newton should play like 3 to 4 drives tonight, 20 snaps. So there's an upside for Cam Newton to put up points tonight. So do keep an eye on Cam Newton. Probably 1.25 is the most realistic outcome for his playing time. And yeah, he can put up some numbers in that playing time. Would you go Dalton or Jones if you had to pick one? Dalton for sure. Or not Dalton, Jones. Dalton's not going to play much. Is Green Bay playing home or away? Cloudy Johnny says. I have no idea. I'm a Packers fan. I have no idea where they're playing. I don't know where these guys are playing. Green Bay's playing in, that's what we talked about, Winnipeg. McLaren finally going to show up. Yeah, so Terry McLaren for the Redskins, I don't know what they're doing with his playing time. He's getting somewhat snaps, but it seems like you're chasing a ghost, like you said. Riverboat Ron mentions Scarlett. Brad Penny with the follow. Thank you. Appreciate it on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter as well if you want more news. What do you expect? Scarlett and this other running back should get touches. What do you expect? Who's Riverboat Ron? I have no idea. Who do you like in Green Bay game? Green Bay, I like the running backs as Dexter Williams and Trey Carson, since probably no Jamal Williams, since probably no or very limited Aaron Jones. Jake Kumru is always a fine wide receiver to target, but I think he gets less run today, actually, as he's now solidified himself as a number 4. No quarterbacks on Green Bay. And where was that happening? Where was that question again? And then on the other side of it, Oakland, Darren Waller's an interesting tight end option. Don't think he gets much run there. And then not much else on Oakland. Like the 3rd or 4th string running back for Oakland seems to be a decent option today. Let me find him. I didn't adjust my notes. James Butler seemed to get more work. I don't think Josh Jones plays much. I don't know why I said, hold on, I'm looking for this. Josh Jacobs. I don't know why I said Josh Jones. I'm not some corny ball. Yeah, put that on a t-shirt. Damian Willis, a good play, you think? Yeah, I think he's fine. Who's a top wide receiver? Jacoby Myers is going to be the highest owned. He's a top wide receiver. Preston Williams, J.J. Arceo-Whiteside. Somebody just mentioned Damian Willis. He's going to be a fine play as well, wide receiver, or at least in theory. And should we put Matt Ryan and Ridley tonight? I'm not playing Ridley. I'm not playing with the Falcons tonight. How many people are in here? 123? We're breaking the live stream slates and records. I think the highest we ever have is like 110 or 105. Cool. Hit that subscribe button. Donate if you would like. Get the NFL course. I'm going to give myself my own ads right now. We got a Patreon where we got tiers for all this stuff every day. WNBA projections, right? All that stuff. NFL course. There is now officially, I think, 25 people in there. Good feedback on it. Check that out if you're interested. $50 off till week 1 starts. Any thoughts on the Jacksonville running backs? No, not much interest there. I'm not going to get to Rawls, honestly, today. I think there's a lot of better running backs. There's a ton of running backs that are in like this mid-range that I don't know what to do with them. Maybe one breaks free into the top range, depending on news upcoming. But I don't like the running backs. I'm going to be getting to the flex wide receiver play tonight. No problem, my platform. Giants defense tonight. I don't have interest there. I think we're all caught up. We're all caught up on the questions. Everybody got any more? I'm going to be here for another 15 minutes or so, so let your questions float on through as I delete some emails and stuff. What do we got? 126. Yeah, let your questions float on through. I feel like I need to wear a hat right now. All right, I'm trying to track some of this news. No notifications have come through from me yet. Lots of notifications in terms of people subscribing to the channel. Thank you all so much. George Laley, Brad Penny, Jersey530. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTuber. Appreciate that. Best running back option, says Brian Krebs. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many just in the mid-range. Patriots seem like they're going to play some of these guys. If they don't, Damian Harris is a good play. Ellis was a very good play until the recent news that the Bengals are going to play their whole first half. Nicholas gladly subscribes. Thank you. Justice Hill is a fine play. All the Giants running backs are in play today. John Hilliman, Rod Smith, Paul Perkins. They all saw 30 to 34% of the snaps last week. They're all going to probably see similar to that with no Wayne Gallman, no Saquon. No running backs stand out, though. Like, the ones I'm naming are the ones that I have interest in. I'm going to just throw 2 in there. But that's about it. Is Matt Ryan playing a whole half? No idea, Corey Boss. Nothing's come out yet about that. Just still trying to track news. What about Chris Hogan against his old Pats team? And no interest there. They're not really giving Chris Hogan much snaps. I don't even know if Chris Hogan makes that team. I think he is, but I haven't heard much good things about him yet. Can't think of any good running backs. Yeah, there's no standout running backs. It was Ellis, and then it was Damian Williams or Damian Harris. Harris seems like he's not going to be the guy getting all the run now, and Ellis is definitely not going to be that guy. What about Tonyan? Yeah, Tonyan at tight end I like. He's like a top 3 tight end that I like tonight. How do you feel when the Packers lose week 1? Against the Bears on Thursday night. Trying to think. That Bears defense is definitely going to regress this year. Good defense for the Packers. I like the Packers' chances week 1, to be honest with you. I'll tell you when I don't think they have good chances. But I like their chances week 1 as long as they remain healthy. Wide receiver depth is now finally there. Like 7 guys they're going to take. Running back depth definitely there. Tight ends seem to finally be a position where they might have some upside this year. And obviously Rodgers is healthy and should not play a single preseason game. Do Vegas do projections for the preseason? Yeah, they definitely do. Vegas does projections for the preseason, of course. Let me go to it right now. These are the Vegas projections for the Gio Bernard tonight. I'm not getting the Gio Bernard or Mixon. I think they're just going to split it up way too much, and I don't really buy into them playing a whole full half, I guess. So these are the projections tonight. The lowest implied total is why I like the Ravens so much. By a mile, Ravens defense, because three points lower implied than anybody else in the slate. They're going to be the chalk, but I'm just going to play it. What about Mixon? So Mixon and Gio probably going to play a 1/4.5. They're going to split that. So what you're getting out of Mixon and Gio is 2 possessions each, maybe 3 for one of them. So that just leads me to say I don't want them. They're going to play a 1/4.5. They're going to split all of the snaps probably on those drives. They're going to get in a 1/4.5 4 possessions probably. Tom Brown subscribes. Thank you, Tom. But yeah, if that's going to be the case, I'm just not going to get to them. Can they score touchdowns? Yes, they can, but so can every other running back. All right. Sounds like Kessler's getting the start. Eagles being cautious. So Cody Kessler starting for the Eagles. That's going to hurt. Maybe a little bit JJ Arcega-Whiteside. I don't think so. Just makes the Ravens even better of a play, though. What about Brady tonight? Yeah, we don't know what Brady's doing. Keep an eye on if he's starting or not. But we don't know what he's doing right now. I have no idea. Usually he plays a quarter and a half in this game in the past, but he's getting older. People care less and less about the preseason now. Coaches like Sean McVay's not playing a single player this year out of these starters, as he shouldn't, though. You shouldn't play guys in the preseason. It makes no choice. Best position choice for the flex. Good question, Tim Wall. It's the wide receiver, in my opinion, tonight. Any love for tight end Wolford? No, Wolford maybe gets 2 targets, which is going to be like 10 other wide receivers tonight. Doesn't stand out from the pack for me. How much extra for NFL content on Patreon? Have MLB currently. Tony Gatto, if you have MLB, it's $5 extra to transfer your package to that NFL. So right now, NFL is $20 on Patreon. All the sports, if you want WNBA and MLB, is also $20. It's the same exact price. But if I do get this partnership in place for ownership projections, there'll probably be an extra $10 add-on for ownership projections, depending on how I work out the deal, if I'm going to get an affiliate. We'll see. I don't really know if it's going to work that way, though. I might just end up saying some of them on stream and on videos. I can share with you, though, what I'm going to be doing. So let me tell you the schedule quick, and then I'll finish answering the questions. And how many people are in here? 125. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of you. Seems like we're lagging. Is that the case? Why are we lagging right now? Video output low. That should not be the case. What's happening? Are we lagging? Are we lagging, or is it just me? Am I seeing stuff? Because it seems like I'm lagging right now, and I don't like that. Why do I have not good connection? What's happening here? Why did we jump to the 2G? All right, 1 second. We're going to get to the 5G. Don't cancel on me. Don't cancel on me. And we're on the 5G now. Hopefully that gets us back up to where we need to be. Why are we dropping bits? I don't like that. Was lagging, but okay now. Is it okay still? We're dropping bits for some reason. I don't know why on my better Wi-Fi. Keep grinding, yo. Michael Grove says, is Ellis out? No, Jordan Ellis is not out. Kyle Cooper, why no Jordan Ellis? No, I still like Jordan Ellis, just not as much. And I don't like him as much because now you're going to get Mixon and you're going to get Gio playing almost the whole first half. And now there's other guys from the Bengals backfield likely returning from injury. So Ellis is still okay, but don't expect the 12-plus touches or even the 10-plus touches out of him today. I don't think it's there. I think he's still a fine play because there's no running backs that stand out, but I think he's fine. Any weather concerns? I don't think so. I don't know, though. If you were to touch the showdown slate, who do you love from the Jacksonville versus Miami game? Preston Williams. That's it. Just Preston Williams. Trey McBride, the wide receiver for... it seems like the Jaguars are going to play their starters, so I also like Chris Conley if he actually plays for like a quarter. Has a lot of rapture right now, or rapport with Nick Foles. Are we all good? Keep grinding, yo. You problem, cuz. What do you mean I'm a problem? What does that mean? Thanks, no problem. Was lagging, but okay now. Are we still okay? Fade Arcega-Whiteside now? If I do, is there a sleeper receiver? I'm not fading Arcega-Whiteside. I don't care that Kessler's a starting quarterback. Arcega-Whiteside, he's been dealing with that every week, so I still think there's upside in those opportunities. What are your favorite tight ends? Robert Tonyan, Darren Waller to an extent, Will Tye, and then Perkins from the Eagles. Those guys stand out. So are we all good in terms of the lag? Has that been fixed? Yeah, it seems like it's been fixed. Maybe. It's jumping back. I don't know why this lag is happening. I just got brand new Wi-Fi yesterday. Brand new streaming Wi-Fi, and now they be fucking with me. It seems like we're better now. It seems like everything's good. Everything's good. Good. Cool. So we hit like 120 people live today. That's fantastic, yo. It's fantastic. Giants who are not expected to play. Barkley. So in terms of the Giants, so Wayne Gallman might play now because they didn't list him as a guy not expected to play. Is that true? That would stink. Auden Tate and Damian Willis are starting tonight. I like Auden Tate. Jeff Driscoll not playing. That makes Finley really good. So now I like Finley a lot. Him and I like Ryan Finley, and I do like Trace McSorley a lot tonight. Cincy wide receivers stand out. Yeah, Auden Tate, number 1, and then Willis. I like Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders at running back spots tonight, and maybe Vernon Davis at tight end. Yeah, I have no interest in Josh Jacobs or Miles Sanders. 0. Like, I'm not getting to a single one of them. Lost connections. What were the QB picks? Ryan Finley looks good now with no Driscoll. Trace McSorley looks pretty good. Dwayne Haskins is fine. Yeah. Justice Hill or Damian Harris. We got to see what they do. Sup, Sally? No response for the old timers comment. What's up? What'd you say? Justice Hill or Damian Harris. We got to see what the Patriots are doing right now. I haven't gotten any updates on the Patriots, and I mean, I can't look at it right now, really. If the Patriots are going to start Sony Michel, if they're going to play Michel, Burkhead, and those guys, then I'm going to go with Justice Hill. But yeah, Curtis Scott, Josh Jacobs, if he plays, it's going to be like 1 drive, maybe 2, so no interest there. Miles Sanders, I have no interest in the preseason. All those running backs are going to get 5, 6 touches today at most. He's going to be no different. I get it. There's so much hype around Miles Sanders. I should be the one who gets the most hype out of him. Brady and starters are playing. That's official. Brady and starters are playing. That's definitely official. Also, there's a $20,000 free roll on Fantasy Draft that you guys should check out. I could drop a link because the link actually helps me, but you can just check it out. Michael Thomas or Chubb in a fantasy league? What pick are you at? So Brady and the starters are actually playing tonight. That's important. So let me make sure that that's true. And is there any news on how long? How many people are in here now? 94 people in here now. Cool. I'm going to be live for like another 5 minutes. Half a point PPR. Your pick number 11. I want Nick Chubb at that point. Man, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten since 8 a.m. My God. All right, cool. So where's this news on Brady and them? Let me go to my lists. Cool. No problem, Noah. No problem. So field conversation is still ongoing in Green Bay. There's no way Rodgers is playing. So no way Rodgers is going to play tonight. No way really Aaron Jones or any of them play tonight. How much playing time for Justice Hill? Justice Hill, probably like mid-20s in snaps, I would imagine, with upside, though, because he probably earned some more first-team snaps last week, which probably doesn't help him, but at least help him in terms of matchup, but it gives him more snaps. I have 11, looking for Chubb also. Yeah, I would look for Chubb in that range. I'm trying to look for news. I don't see any news in terms of Patriots playing time. I'm about 10 to 15 minutes back right now, so that's what I'm trying to look for. Yeah, I'm going to have to change some of my lineups just due to all this news that has come in. Ryan Finley seems a lot better now with no Jeff Driscoll. I will point that out. Ryan Finley for the Bengals has played really well this preseason and looks even better now with no Jeff Driscoll. So make sure to make note of that because him and Trace McSorley are probably my 2 favorite QBs now. Where is Cincy? I don't want Andy Dalton. He plays maybe a quarter. And then Jake Delagia, he's not playing much. Ryan Finley is going to play a lot today. So make note of that. Holyfield or Scarlett for Carolina. No interest in either, honestly, but I'd probably go Scarlett now that I think about it more. Myles Gaskin, question mark. I like Myles Gaskin a lot, to be honest with you, but he just doesn't stand out for me today compared to other guys. So who do you like at quarterback? Just answer that. Thoughts on Lard? Like a 7th, 8th interest of mine today at running back. Lamar Jackson is playing tonight. Any thoughts? Lamar Jackson, they said, is going to play the same that he has been playing, which is about 3 possessions, which is about a quarter. No interest. Ian Thomas, question mark? No. Is Ian Thomas even healthy? He hasn't been playing, so no interest there, though. Cool. This has been fun. DK, says Sean Claus. DK about what? Myles Gaskin? Yeah, no. So Myles Gaskin is fine in terms of being like a, what should I say here? Like a GPP dart throw. Like not something to expect to go well, but maybe it goes well. He's not a guy that's going to be on my radar tonight. The girlfriend is coming home. She'll be here in about 15 minutes. We'll be done with this in 5. Beautiful timing. So yeah, follow me on Twitter at SalVetriDFS. That helps me out over there on Twitter. Hit the subscribe button to the 100 of you. If you're not subscribed to this, 114, this spiked again? Oh my God, you guys are crazy. So if you're not subscribed to this channel yet, Mark Ingram, question mark? Hell no. Mark Ingram will play a quarter at most. Mike Glennon, question mark? He's like my 6th favorite quarterback right now. The quarterbacks right now that you have to play are Trace McSorley and or Ryan Finley. Ryan Finley, now with no Jeff Driscoll, is the best quarterback on the slate. Trace McSorley, 2nd. There you go. There's the free Patreon content that I just gave out. You can sign up for Patreon. I'm not going to do these live streams every day for the preseason. This is a big slate, so I will. But like tomorrow, Patreon content will be up. How many subscribers do we got now? Did we hit 6,400 yet? Y'all still messing around? Those 6,400? What are we at? 6,389. 11 of y'all didn't subscribe. I want to hit 6,400 tonight. I want to be selfish. 118 of you. What did we top out at? Like 137? So 16 subscribers away. That's good. Good growth today. As you can see, I got a video in the hopper. 10 best value running backs for drafts. That's going to probably come out maybe tomorrow. Which Bengals receivers do you prefer? Auden Tate, and then Damian Willis at Bengal wide receiver. Noah the Grower says I'm trying. Trying for what? So subscribe? Oh, you better. Yeah, subscribe. We're 15 away from 6,400. That'd be great if we got there tonight. Appreciate it. Pretty much the growth of this channel and all of you guys, which has been so helpful, is really what's allowing me to do this full time, at least during the NFL season. We'll see where we are after that, but just want to say, like, honestly, take a second and say thank you all so much. Look, I know there's only 120 of you watching me say thank you. Thank you, Mikey, 2Win for subscribing. Thank you, Paul, Trevor for subscribing. Thank you all so much. So thank you. Like, I'm literally doing this full time right now after college and have the sustainability, at least for the NFL season 2. We'll see how that works into the NBA. But that's literally because of all of you just consuming my content, whether for the good or the bad. But thank you. I appreciate it. Ian Thomas back at practice on Sunday. Yeah, no real interest in Thomas. Patreon gang. What's going on, Marcos? I saw you became a Patreon the other day. Marcos, did you also buy the course? That name sounds familiar. The Browns are at my work right now. What does that mean? Which Bengals receivers do you prefer? John Murphy, thank you for subscribing. We're like 10 away from 6,400. Let's get there. Bengals wide receivers, I think I answered that one, right? Yeah, I did. What tight ends do you like? I like Will Tye, Darren Waller, and Robert Tonyan, and also Perkins from the Eagles. T. Williams a play for Oakland? No, he's not. I don't think any of the starters are going to get much run today on either side of the ball now because the field conditions are bad in Winnipeg, I guess they're playing in. So I don't think Aaron Rodgers is definitely not playing in those field conditions. So no Packers, no Oakland starters are on my radar. Thank you. Your handle says Noah the Grower. Oh, my handle is at SalVetri on Twitter. So just type SalVetri and it'll come up. It's at SalVetri. You can see it right here. I think we're about to hit 1,800 followers on Twitter as well. Where's my profile? At SalVetri DFS, this guy right here for the guy who was asking Noah. Thank you. Appreciate it. No, thank you for your hard work. No, thank you, Jay. Thank you for tuning in and spending your Thursday evening doing this. So, real quick, so I'll answer the rest of the questions and then I'll bounce. But regular season, let me know what you think of this schedule. I will have the Monday Night Football breakdown video out on Sunday night late. Monday morning will be a first look at the salaries every week. Tuesday will be my overall breakdown. I'll have a ton of stats on a sheet. The target offense sheet, for those wondering. Let's get this motherfucker up because this is great. The target offense sheet is also ready. That'll be on a Tuesday. Wednesday, I'll look at Thursday Night Football. Friday, I will be doing a final thoughts and then a live stream Sunday before lock. So like 6 videos a week. And then also Monday night and Thursday Night Football, most likely a live before lock type show. But yeah, let's check this out because this target offense sheet's up. Look at this. I mean, it's not up anywhere. I made it. But yeah, we're ready. This is the week 1 stats right here. You can screenshot it if you want. I'm pumped. Target offense sheet is now live. We're going to leave that on the screen. What do we got? Thank you, bro. Keep it up, man. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. No, thank you for your hard work, says LJ. Thank you for tuning in, man. 8-man question mark? Yeah, 8-man is like 10th favorite wide receiver if I had to rank it that far. I'm going to update, if you're a Patreon, I'm going to update the tiers right after this for all the news that we just got. So keep an eye on that. I'm going to be done in 1 minute. I'm going to answer the rest of these questions real quick. No Packers or Oakland players tonight. No starters. I do have some interest in Dexter Williams and Trey Carson for the Packers. Also a little bit of interest in Jake Kumru, but not much. Thank you for following. You're the man. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, Tim. No worries, brother. Give me a must-have wide receiver. If you don't care about ownership, Jacoby Myers. He's just going to be awesome tonight. Yo, Sal, you have any weekend plays? That'll be coming out tomorrow, the next day. I'm going to cover the slate the day of. Can't get ahead of myself. Thoughts on Ito Smith? I don't know what the Falcons are doing right now. I'm just not going to have interest in Smith because he could play 2 drives. Last week could have been their week 3, it seems. What about Green Bay or Oakland D? Yeah, Green Bay defense I like more. Since Fantasy Draft does all weekend. Oh, yeah, you're right. Fantasy Draft's free rolls all weekend. Devin Singletary. Also, here, let's do this really quickly. Let me pull up my email so everybody can see my email and just spy on me. Here, if you guys sign up through Fantasy Draft, and if you click this link, it helps me. It allows me to maybe get sponsored by them again. So if you follow that link to Fantasy Draft, that helps me. So for the weekend slate, I like Devin Singletary. I actually made some lineups earlier. I'm trying to think. They have a free roll. So that link I just sent is totally free to enter tonight to try and get tickets into their $1 million contest for week 1, which is actually, I'm not even lying. I'm not saying it because I promoted them. It is the best contest in terms of payout structure. So Devin Singletary makes sense. I'm trying to think who else is on the slate. The other running backs that I like. I don't like David Montgomery much this week, although he should get some extended run. What is the rest of the... All right, I really got to get off because my girlfriend's about to walk in this door. Which doesn't really matter, but, I don't want to invade the privacy. So Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is who I was thinking of, the running back. Tony Pollard at running back. Devin Singletary if you are playing on Fantasy Draft and have to get your lineup in the next 40 minutes. David Montgomery I'm very wishy-washy on. Madison is okay from the Vikings, but not too good. The Bucks tight end, Ryan Griffin on the Bucks is probably the best quarterback that you can play on Fantasy Draft. I actually have to go change that along with Ryan Finley. So just some interest there. James Washington, also a good play. All right, where are you from, Sal? You remind me of some of my East Coast dudes. I'm originally from Staten Island, New York. Then I moved to Pennsylvania with my family. Now I live in Raleigh. Officially 1 month today living in Raleigh. One must-start running back tonight. I honestly don't have a must-start. I'm not even just saying that to try and not say it. I've already told you guys at quarterback, tight end. There's no guy that's standing out at running back. There's just none. Which defense? I like the Ravens D. Who would you pair with Daniel Jones? I don't think you have to stack that because there's going to be so many guys in and out. I don't really like it. I don't want to fall for the TJ Jones trick again. So top 2 running backs again. There's no standouts. Thinking about buying the course. Thanks for all the info. Yeah, no problem, Brad Penny. The course I've been working on since May. The course is 5.5 hours of videos. I show you how to make this exact stat sheet you're looking at from scratch. No, not this exact one, but very similar. The course has about 20 pages of downloadable PDF strategy guides, has access to a Facebook private group where you can ask me specific questions at any time. If you're interested in buying the course and want to learn more, reach out to me on Twitter. I'm happy to help. But a couple more people bought it today. So, Brad, if you're interested and have any questions, let me know. Going to be $50 off the course. Instead of $149, it'll be $99 for the preseason as sort of a promotion. Finley at QB. Do I get one of his wide receivers? You can go to Tate and you can go to Willis, or I'd probably get to one of them. I like Tate more. What program do you use to get yourself on the screen like that? OBS Studio. All right, cool. That's it, gang. You stayed on 5 minutes and longer. There's 125 of you in here. You all rock so much. Stidman at QB, a must start, not a must start at all. Peace out, gang. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit the subscribe button. What are we at? What is the updated count on subscribers, gang? James Love 25 just subscribed. Thank you. I think we're about to hit 6,400, which was the goal for tonight. I got to get off, though. I got to update my lineups and do some things. But what are we at? Subscriber count. Did we hit 6,400 yet? 6388. So 12 more of you subscribe. Help me out. Let's get to 64 tonight. Another milestone, another round number. So thank you all so much. TJ Jones isn't even the fantasy draft pool. LOL. Not that I was taking him. Is he not? That's interesting. Are you sure he's not coming up because he's typed in differently, a different name? Brady. All right. Peace out, gang. See ya, gang. Have a good night. Best of luck.